Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, Marvel's Rogue. This is an X-Men single release figure. First I kind of thought it was going to be part of the X-Men 60 years, but they don't have the X-Men 60 years logo actually anywhere on the package, so it is just kind of its own single fan channel Famazon release, because Amazon did get it released, and actually Amazon did ship some out before I think any other US seller. Oh no, Big Bad Toy Store, duh, that's where I got mine. So, Big Bad Toy Store did get it first, then Amazon shortly thereafter, or in the in-between time, Amazon had gotten it, either way. But I did get mine from Big Bad Toy Store. Again, it is a single release, so it is a $25 figure. Unless you buy from Big Bad Toy Store, then it's a $26 figure. That all she comes with is a pair of fists. That's not surprising, that's how it's always been kind of looked at. And I think that's the trouble with some fan channel releases. When you get them, there's no Build-A-Figure part. The production quantity, right, is going to be significantly lower because it's not going to mass retail. So there just isn't as many of the figure being produced. So obviously the cost is going to be higher. So that's why we don't get accessories and things like that, which I'm cool with. I'm fine with. If the figure itself is a better option, I guess. Not to say that this is a terrible figure, because it's really not. What this does is it helps get, the Outback Xmen team. It gets a little bit closer to kind of completing that. We have Longshot, we have Havoc, we have Wolverine, we have Dazzler. We don't have that version of Psylocke, or depending on kind of some of the versions. I looked up a lot of different artwork, and there's some that we are like right there, right? If we get a Storm with a little bit of different deco, we would have it. But we're just not quite there yet. But I will show, Rogue alongside with some other figures. And then I will show Rogue with the other Rogue releases that we've gotten in the Marvel Legends line. But anyway, looking at the package, X-Men logo there, regular standard X-Men logo up at the top. 3D render. We got the artwork on the side looking really good there. On the back of the package, you see that she only comes with fists, nothing else. It is a thinner package. Build-A-Figure ones are a little bit thicker. Can't wait for plastic to return. But here we have the Rogue figure. At least with this, it's the good female body. It's the new one. So we get the double jointed elbows. We got the double jointed pinless knees. So this is the female body that we want. So I think this is going to be great for a lot of people to do some customs. There's not a whole lot of paint going on here, just a little bit of black and green. Otherwise, it's all molded plastic kind of throughout. But this figure is going to work out, I think, for what you guys are going to need. What the demand is going to be like for her, I think, is going to be decently high. But again, with it being, not at mass retail, although it did go to Amazon, so I guess that would be a little bit higher quantity. So I guess we'll see. I know a lot of folks are going to say, I'll wait for clearance. When it's not in a physical store, though, how the clearance will work, you could probably get on eBay pretty cheap eventually. I wouldn't be surprised, if that ends up being the case. But it's a pretty good Rogue figure, so let's go ahead and get in for a closer look. Okay, so here's an up-close look at the Rogue figure, and again, it looks pretty good. I like the way it looks. The digital face print, inkjet, whatever they call it, looks nice on there. She's got the two-tone in the hair, so the white, along with her brown hair. It looks pretty good. It almost looks a little reddish. And then looking throughout the figure, the spots where there is paint, so you can see here, it's green plastic. That little bit of paint on that upper arm is paint. And then on her torso, it looks like the black is the plastic, and then the green is what is painted on. The lower torso, the black is what is painted on. And then that's it in terms of paint. So everything else is just going to be molded plastic. But again, it does look really good. I think the face print came out nice. Oh, and then obviously the skin tone of her neck. She comes with fists, so we have fists for her. Because out of package she has these old school female hands that literally, like every single female figure, actually comes with these hands, so it's nothing really new there. But yeah, not a whole lot going on in terms of the deco, but it is an accurate figure to the source material. It looks pretty good. So now let's go ahead and zoom out and see her articulation. Again, this is the better female body. The diaphragm cut, still doesn't move like we would all hope. But the double jointed elbows and the bicep swivel really go a long way. And then she has, sturdy legs that aren't gummy in any kind of way. So that is really nice. Okay, so Rogue, so the head is on a dumbbell joint, so she can look down that much. She's not really going to be able to look up because the hair is just going to get in the way of that, unfortunately. You can get a little bit of pivot and stuff in there. You can turn the head side to side. The hair is going to get in the way from going all the way around. You could work it if you really wanted to. Arm can go straight out and up a little ways. You get a full rotation in there. Upper bicep swivel, which is nice on a female figure. Double jointed pinless elbow, which gives us, hold on, the head's going to get in the way. That much bend there at the elbow, which is nice. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge, standard horizontal hinge on all of the hands, the fists, as well as the open hands. Diaphragm cut, so she can tilt to her left that much. That's actually really good. She could tilt to her right that much, not too shabby. Going back a little bit, not too bad. Coming forward though, not very good. As you can see, you can't really tell that she's leaned forward, but she is. That's kind of straight up there, and that is, you know, crunching forward. Hardly anything. That is unfortunate. Swivel at that diaphragm cut, so no waist swivel. Female figures still do not have that. Legs go out that far apart. That's not too bad. She can kick forward very high, which is really good. Leg goes back slightly. Upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee. That much bend there. Nice. No calf swivel or anything. Foot hinges all the way down. A little bit of hinge up. And peg holes at the bottom of the feet with that ankle pivot. Alright, so there is Rogue's articulation. Not too shabby, but now let's see how she measures up with other members of the Outback team. Okay, so to represent this team, I did bring out the brown suit Wolverine. This is the Dazzler from the Mojo box set, the PulseCon Hasbro Pulse exclusive one. This long shot, and I'm trying to keep it off of memory, I believe this long shot was also from that box set because I have a right and a left thigh on mine, but my retro carded one had two like left thighs or something. I forget which thigh it is. And I still haven't replaced that one yet. I need to get to that. And then we got Havoc here. So the team rounds out really well. And again, there's several different iterations that you can look at that, you know, really shows the team. Like there's this one here in particular. If you look, we have almost all of the characters in there. We don't have that version of Storm. We got Forge. We've got oh my god, why can't Polaris, Jubilee, Wolverine, we have that Psylocke. We don't have that Colossus exactly, but we also have that Banshee. So really rounded out, you know, the overall look for the Outback. So that's why I think that they released this figure. It's because it just gives it so much close. You know, you can do that based off of that image. You know, lacking is kind of the Colossus, although I guess if you use the Age of Apocalypse, it'd be too big, but he doesn't have the shirt in that one. So it makes sense that they would release the Rogue figure. You know, how else they could have released it is probably up for debate, but it's a good way to get it out there. Rogue is a popular character that people know, and she's had a few figures before. She's had a lot of different looks, so you know, it makes sense. And speaking of the different looks, let's go ahead and check them out right now. Okay, so here we have several other Rogue figures, and I'm trying to think if Hasbro themselves have released any other versions of Rogue, and I don't believe so. I know there was a really, really bad Toy Biz one, but we're not going to count that. I don't have those Toy Biz I don't have any Toy Biz figures anyway. But here we have the different versions of Rogue that have been released over the years. You know, at a time, this was like the most highly sought out version, which was just got insane in value. And then they released a Target exclusive retro card version, which is quite nice. I really like. And then we had a couple of other releases of Rogue. So that brings us now to 4 different looks, 5 different figures of Rogue. I'm sure there's going to be more to come. But you know, now we have the Outback version of Rogue, and I think again it's a solid release. It's the new female body. We don't get any of the old parts or anything like that, which is good because those ones tend to be gummy and aren't as sturdy, don't hold up as well. So again, this figure is a solid release. It is a fan channel. You're not going to find it, at Target, Walmart, or anywhere. You might find it at your local comic shop. Go get it from the online retailers. Big Bad Toy Store probably has it in stock still right now because that is where I pre-ordered and got mine. But at Entertainment Earth, Amazon might be in stock as well or shipping soon. So I'll have some links in the video description below. If you want to help the channel, order from those links. It helps out. They are affiliate links. But you guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of this Rogue figure? Are you excited to kind of get to complete the Outback team? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.